ride. Hey everybody, RV Enthusiast here. Nice seeing you again. Hey, we're about to take the Tif Galop K8 out for a ride. It's been a minute. We replaced the handlebars. This will be the first ride post handlebar replacement. Now, you know you can unscrew this right here, these three here, and raise it up a little bit. I elected to just put new handlebars on it. I thought I needed it raised a little more than what I was going to get from that. So that's all good. Now I just want to make sure I'm in dual motor, and turbo, I believe. Doesn't matter, I'm not going to go crazy fast, but I am going to go. Oh yeah, that makes a world of difference in my height for grabbing my handlebars. And actually, if I wanted to, I could raise that that neck up another half an inch or another inch, but I don't need to. This is really perfect right here. Yeah, we're going to go for a bit of a ride today. I want to try a couple of things. My battery says I've got 60 volts, 60.1. I don't know how much I can get totally. Hello. I don't know how much I can get totally, but how low we can go. But I think we can go pretty low. This is a 60 volt battery pack and fully charged. It's about 67 volts. So we've come down some. I'll probably ride it for, I don't know, maybe an hour, I'm guessing. Yeah, I guess I'm going to ride it for about an hour. I'm going to go into mode 2 versus mode 1. Again, not in a hurry. I'm trying a couple of things. I got a couple of requests I'm trying, and I want to see how great it rides with the handlebars where they're at. It's another nice day we're having here in Oregon. How many more we're going to have, I can tell you that. One more day. And then we will be down to a colder day around 55 or 56. And then it will turn to rain. And then I don't know how long the rain and cold air is going to be here, but a while. Ooh, whoa! I got some speed going here, guys. I just put it in turbo, so I'm going to keep it in turbo, but I'm going to lower my speed expectation here because it can. This Tif Galop K8 can fly. This is a 50+ mile-an-hour scooter, so yeah, she's a quick one. She's a quick one. And I don't want to go that fast, guys. But I want to go at some kind of speed. And I want to warm these motors up because I had a gentleman ask a question on the previous video, maybe two Tif Galop videos back. How hot do the motors get when you're a big guy and you've ridden it for a long period of time? I really don't know that, but we'll find out on this ride because I'm at least going, I think 5 miles out, 5 miles back. I'm at least doing 10 miles. And if I get stuck, because I don't know how much battery I really got. I got 59.5 on the voltage. But if I get stuck, I'll just call the wife and say, hey, come get me. We're doing 37 kilometers an hour. I'm guessing that's around 20, 22. Again, this is not about speed, and I'm in PAS 1. It's more about longevity on the motor. As a big guy, I'm 270-ish, 265 to 275. Depends on the moment. But yeah, we're at the end of winter. In fact, I think spring comes tomorrow. But we're at the end of, well, maybe it's a little longer than that, but we're at the end of winter. And being at the end of winter, I usually am at my heaviest of the year. And this year is the same. Oh, shit. Oh. I didn't like that. Well, hopefully we didn't damage. Yeah, we did. We got a nice little scar on the one side of the camera. So we're going to have to point that down. Don't know if we're still running or not either. Let's take it out and take a quick look. Yeah, we're lucky it's just the one side. That's a good thing. But it also means I'm probably going to have to get a new lens. And I think these lenses are about $125, $130 a piece. All right. We will come up over here and we will, yeah, there we go. There we go. So we'll see how this works now with a scarred 360 camera lens. My bad. I knew when I put it on I wasn't happy with the location, but I wanted it to be up a little bit to show more of me at a better angle. But that's okay. I haven't been using the 360 lens that much anyway. And now it'll probably be even less. I'll just go with the two 4K lenses most of the time. I'd rather that to have fallen than me, so that's a good thing. I'm guessing this is going to go down to about 50 volts or so before she cuts out, maybe even a little less. Guys, remember, this is where the tree fell across the road. So these farmers are plowing up their field and putting manure in it or something, because golly, it stinks. Yeah, so the Tif Galop K8, the good thing about it is it has LG or Samsung cells. They advertise it LG/Samsung, so I think whatever they happen to have in stock they put in. But either case, they're pretty decent batteries. This K8 has 3,000 watts on the front motor and 3,000 watts on the back motor. And like I said, it does over 50 miles an hour. And it's a very comfortable ride. The deck is pretty wide as well. You can easily, as you ride, change leg positions. And as you ride, rest your back leg. The back leg is the one that tends to get more tired over time, but yeah, it's easy enough to adjust and play and make movements. Like right now, I just put my left leg in front and my back leg behind, and that's a little odd feeling for me, but I'm somewhat used to it. And I'll do that probably till we get to the, because it's not my most comfortable. My front right leg in front is the most comfortable, but I'll probably keep it this way till we get to the stop sign down there, and then I'll turn it back around and put the right front leg forward. Yeah, we're right around 71 degrees today. We've had 3 days of 71 degree weather, and that's been just really, really nice. I mowed my lawn, I played with my grandchildren. My granddaughter is sick, so just played with the grandchildren for a while, doing those grandfather duties, grandpa duties, and today I got to ride a couple of items, so that's really nice. All right, so it looks like someone took our stop sign out of the ground. It's supposed to be there. And now we'll come down this way. But yeah, these country roads are perfect for riding scooters on. You know, you've seen, I think that was my second car, and I'm almost 3 miles away from the house. And I might have another car or two by the time I get where I want to go. And then as we come back, who knows? But typically, you know, under 8 cars on a weekday ride, sometimes 2, sometimes none. Just as great to ride in the country. And the roads are fairly good. I ride this road all the time on my bikes, and it just is a nice, smooth path. So if you are interested in a Tif Galop, any of the Tif Galops, look in my description and you'll find a link and you'll find a code. Use that link and code to get $120 off your purchase of your Tif Galop. I don't know what it applies to on all the other ones, the smaller ones, like the T88 and the other ones, but on this one it's certainly $120 off. This scooter is running right now $15.99, and if you use my code, you get it for $14.79. So as powerful and as nice as this scooter is, that's a pretty good deal. Scooters from I want to say about $900 to $1,500–$1,600. This is probably in that range the most powerful, and in my opinion, the best scooter you can buy for that money. Now, if you go up to $2,500 and $2,200 and $2,300, yeah, you might be able to get better or faster. But this is a pretty darn nice scooter. And what you're going to get, you know, this is a pretty standard thumb or finger trigger, and some of the other things like that. The hydraulic brakes are decent hydraulic brakes. The lights are nice. Actually, this has very colorful lights at night. Just beautiful bike, or beautiful scooter at night. But what you can do is, use my code and get this scooter, and you won't be unhappy. The motors are pretty quiet. The street tires are very quiet. Yeah, it's well made. You know, some people say, well, that's a budget scooter. Well, yeah, if you don't have a budget, you got a lot of money. I got a budget. I can buy an expensive scooter, but gosh, this scooter's really probably the best scooter at $1,500 I think you can buy. Yeah, it's quiet, it's lovely. This is a beautiful riding scooter. I'm getting up here to the church, and what I think I'm going to do is I'll stop there and turn around. Maybe we'll go up through the city or something. I'm just kind of watching my mileage. I'm at 58 volts. I don't know what it's going to drop to. I guess I could look it up, but I'm not real concerned with it, because I'm sure we can get a lot more out of it than that. And we got someone burning some wood. Smells beautiful. Yeah, what a nice day, guys. Oregon is having some very nice weather. I know the Midwest is having some bad weather right now, but this is some of the best weather I've seen in a while. I got a t-shirt on, shorts, and gym shoes, and of course, gloves. Now, ordinarily they say don't ride, and I'm not gonna, don't ride without, don't take a hand off the wheel. Especially at this speed, I'm not gonna. I'm just not bold enough. One of those things I'm just probably never gonna do, unless I'm just creeping along. Yeah, so here's the St. Francis Church in Cornelius, Oregon. I think this is Cornelius. Yeah. So we'll come up over here. We'll pull off the road a little bit here. We will stop here for a minute. I can't believe I did that to my pretty little camera. But that's the Tif Galop in all its glory. A little dirty from that little dirt road that I had to stop on and work on my camera. But yeah, I got her good. I got a good old mark on her. So we'll just have to deal with it, look around it or something. And it's right good enough in the center of the lens that it's gonna make that bad. Anyway, look at the Tif Galop. Look at the front headlights. You can't see it in the daytime, but all those other lights, all this in here is flashing and making all kinds of colorful changes, and the deck is making colorful changes. You see it at night really, really well. I don't think you see it so much in the daytime, but oh, I know what I was going to do. After 5 miles, I want to touch the motors. No. Whoever it was, if you look, it's got air fins to keep it cool. So there is no temperature at all on the motors. And I'm running both. No temperature whatsoever. Yeah. Got a very beefy kickstand too. It's probably the nicest kickstand I have on any e-bike, scooter, or trike. Yeah, did you see that? I don't know if you saw that. Let's kind of show you here. Got pretty decent blinkers. I've got this one pointed up because I want people to see it. I should have pointed this one up a little bit too, because I want it to be visible out here. Might be a little high. Yeah, about there. I want people to see it when I'm making that turn, and that's perfect. But yeah, she's pretty nice. I think we'll go down to the building, which puts us at about 7 miles. That'll put us at about 7 miles, I think 6.7. Then we'll turn around and do it again, head back. No, actually, I think I'm going to turn down this way. Really going straight, all you see is some road, and then we get to the old building, stand there a little bit while traffic goes by. But if we go this route, it's a little prettier. And we're going up 10 feet here, and the Tif Galop's doing it with no problem. I'm in PAS, well, I'm in Power 1, and I'm not using all the trigger. If I use all the trigger, there we go. Probably my neighbor overhead going to the airport, or I don't know, what do we call that? A strip? Airstrip? Yeah. You guys can't see it, but the moon is out as well. It's such a beautiful day. Yeah, horses, I can smell horses. How you doing? Good. I smell some horses. Beautiful piece of land right there. Beautiful. Yeah, people are just out having a good time today. Yeah, so I don't know. I sold one of these the other day, and I don't know if I sold it to the guy that asked the question about how the motors handle big people, but the motors handle big people really well. I think he was a big fella too. I know he was a big fella because we talked about weight, and we talked about, you know, our nemesis is our weight. But if it was him, if it was him that bought it, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking my word that it is everything you think it'll be, and I'm sure it will be. And if it was not, and you're still looking, and you're waiting for my reply, yeah, the motors don't get hot at all. At least 5 miles in, they did not get hot. You know, people think scooters, you got to stand up. Well, this one comes with a seat as well, so I could sit. I could put the seat on it. But the reality is, I have enough bikes and trikes that I can sit on. I like the scooter for standing and being a little bit different, getting a little bit of different view on what I'm doing and stuff. So that is why I don't have the seats on the scooters. I got 2 scooters that have seats. and I don't have a seat on either of them. Actually, my third scooter could have a seat too, but it's slow and it's not real fast. It only does about 18 miles an hour, and it's just not enough a scooter to even consider thinking about putting a seat on it to me. Now the Tif Galop, this thing comes with a seat, and I have a newbe Y10 that came with a seat, and both of them as fast as they can go. If you don't want to stand, you can get a seated position on those too. Now people will call the newbe a budget scooter. The newbe runs about, I don't know, $1,200 or so. This is a better scooter. For the 200 extra bucks, I think it's $1,280 actually. I think for the 200 extra bucks, this is a better scooter. Got better batteries, more powerful motors, good, really decent hydraulic brakes, very nice lights, very nice night lights too. So for the 200 extra bucks, this is a better scooter than the newbe Y10. If you're saying, well, both are budget scooters, okay, I'll take a little bit of that. This is a better budget scooter. Although, if they weren't running this sale, they typically list this at $2,100. But, you know, the Chinese manufacturers always have them on sale for some discounted amount or whatever, and right now they're $15.99. And this is a beautiful scooter for that. Hopefully you can see some of it with the camera, the 360. You'll see me come up this hill now here in a minute as I turn around. It's pretty steep. Not steep, but a pretty gradual, but a lot of incline right there. I'm giving no gas and I'm doing 35K. Yeah, what's that, the third car so far? And I'm easily 6.5 miles from the house. Oh, look at there, guys. I don't know if this camera can catch it, but that's Mount Hood. Again, a different... And I think I heard a beep, which is indicating I think I've gone 29 minutes so far. That seems like a lot. I'll come up around here, I'll stop and I'll check. Now I could take this road right here. You can see it. 22 miles to Portland. 22 miles. And it says Roy is 2 miles away, so this is 7 miles from my house via the route we went. Plenty of battery there. This battery's still going, so I think we're good there. All right, let's turn around and head back. Okay, so 7 out, 7 back. And I'm probably going to do some more while I'm around there. Around the house. I don't think I'm just going to stop. I'll quit talking until I get up to the church. Otherwise, you guys are going to have a very long ride and long, boring video that you guys probably don't want to hear me talking. A little bit of flood waters. This shows how much rain we get, man. This is usually dried up in the summer. Smells like crawdads. Yeah, so see, she's coming up this hill with no problem. Not even trying to make it like it's hard to get up. It's just easy. And you guys got to remember, it's toting 270 more pounds than it itself weighs. Yeah, and scooters aren't light. Fortunately, they're low center of gravity, which is a good thing. But they're not light items. You think, oh, well, a scooter's lighter than an e-bike. Nope. Scooter's not lighter than an e-bike. I am so glad I raised these handlebars. So these handlebars are on Amazon, and I think they're 26 inch wide. Just measure, it'll give it to you in centimeters, but they're 26 inches wide and 120 centimeters tall. I think that's what they are, 120s. Maybe I got 90s, but I think they're 120s. If you really got to know, I can look it up and shoot me a text in the comments, and I'll tell you what they are. But $29, $30. And if you're taller than say 5'11", 6 foot, you're going to need them to be a little more comfortable. Yeah, so you saw 3, here's 4, here's 5 cars. I'm counting the cars just so we can get an idea, so you guys will know. I'm on a road that really doesn't have a ton of traffic. Kind of wonder what people think when they see several of us YouTubers who are older riding these electric bikes, trikes, and scooters like we're, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. I'll tell you, they're a lot of fun. It's a very nice way to enjoy your afternoon or your morning. If it's like in the summer, the mornings are going to be much better, much nicer. So I'll be riding these in the morning. The next ride I'm going to ride, which is probably tomorrow, is probably the Nacto F4. Yep. Yeah, probably the Nacto F4 tomorrow. And maybe we'll pull out the Mooncool MC3 dual motor bike and ride it as well. Now look, this is pretty steep here. Short jaunt, pretty steep. 10 feet, probably 30 feet up, 10 feet. Nothing. But yeah, we're probably gonna ride a couple more bikes tomorrow. Get a couple more rides in, because I think right after that, I think when that next day is, I think it's Wednesday or Thursday, but that's going to be around 60 degrees, but totally overcast. And then the very next day it's in the 50s and rain. Yeah, I want to stand up sometimes too, because in the winter I sit a lot. I watch TV, I sit and watch TV. I'm pretty sedentary in the winter, other than when I get to do something with e-bikes or scooters or trikes, or I got a project to do. Otherwise, I'm just sitting around watching TV and trying to chill out a little bit. You don't have to honk. Fuck. Just wait. An asshole. That's 6. 6 cars. If you're coming up behind someone like that, just if anyone watches and they're not a scooter rider or anything like that, honk from a distance. That way it gives the person a little bit of time to kind of look around and see. And then they'll know to get over, or they'll know you're back there gonna come past them. Then you don't have to honk as you come by them. Elementary school there. So has anyone priced elementary or private education lately? Let me tell you, it's expensive. I think when my kids were in private school, it was around $8,500 a year. Now my kids have been in preschool, daycare, ever since they were born. And that's just nearly as expensive anyway. So we got used to paying that forever. And so once my kids went to private school, we just continued that payment. And it was nothing. It was like, okay, well, you just got to do it for a bunch of years. And then when they went to college, because tuition goes up every year anyway. So as tuition went up, by the time my kids got to college, it was the same. So we were just so used to paying all the way through college, that amount. Now in college, my kids, we bought a home in the college town. And so we didn't have to pay rent, although we paid the mortgage and stuff. But by the time we sold it, it was we made money, so it's kind of a wash on terms of everything but tuition and books. But each year, each child for college at the public school or the university was about $25,000 per child. Now that's books, tuition, room and board, food, and then we got the room and board and food back in 5 years, when we sold it. So if you're used to paying that, kids going to school, private school, that's what it is. But now, I think like private education here in Oregon is around 13,000. 13 or 14,000. So it's more, but people make more money. So if you're making more money, it's about the same. So that's kind of what we're telling my son right now. Just keep paying what you're paying, and you'll pay them right through college. You know, if you go to public school and that's what you can afford, that's what you can afford. There are good public schools here in Oregon. You got to live in the right part of town. Lake Oswego, great public school. Some of the Bethany area, great public schools. Some ducks over in the pond off to the right. You can't see them, but there's a bunch of them. $57 volts left on the battery. I know on a 52 volt system it'll get down to around 40 volts before she tells you no more. 40, 42, but I believe this will do, I don't know, 48 or 46 or something. I got to look that up so I know in the future. Gosh, guys, I wish you could be out here with me. It is phenomenally beautiful. Mount Hood right in front of us. That's the way to do it. Yeah, he knows I'm not going over there. Just come by me. That's perfect. Didn't feel nothing until he got next to me. Oh, that was 7. Car 7. I think. Here's 8 and 9. And 10. Yeah, if you're not trying to get, you know, this might be called a super scooter to some, not a hyper scooter, super scooter. I don't know, it's a hyper scooter to me because it goes way faster than I want to go. But I don't see, unless you're a YouTuber who gets to review them, or you just got a lot of money, or it's just your best hobby. For the average Joe, this is a great scooter. For an average Joe, my three, you know, to me the Yumi Y10 and the Roveron are very nice scooters. And this one is a very nice scooter. I don't see any need to have anything more than that for recreational purposes. Now, if you're one of those guys that just want to do the crazy stuff and always go, say you always want to go 50, 60 miles an hour or 70, then by all means, you know, get that scooter that's going to suit you. But this scooter certainly is one that'll suit most people. I think that's 13 cars. A few more than I've expected today, but I guess it's time people are coming home from work. So this is 3:30 or so, so maybe that's why. Noon, I don't, you know, morning to 2 o'clock, I don't think there'd be that many cars out. When you come up over tracks, just be careful. Make sure you go parallel or perpendicular, totally perpendicular to the track. I'm not one to ever go parallel or even close to parallel. It don't take much for these small tires to get wedged in there, and there you go, tumbling, you know? Don't do it. Another 7-foot hill here, maybe 8 foot. No problem. No problem at all. Yeah, as soon as the warm weather comes out, guys, we are going to ride much more often, so there will be more videos coming out on a weekly basis, probably in the neighborhood of 2 to 3 every week. As long as I can keep my yard work up and in check with all the nice days, then we get more riding done. If I have to work at keeping my yard in check, then there will be less riding days. Just not one of those people that hire someone to do something I can do myself. I can mow my own lawn, I can do my own weeding, I can do all that. So for me, that's just something I do, and I enjoy it, so it's not something I want to give up right now anyway. Someday I might have to. But I'll put a video in this, just a little 25-second video, and you'll see my granddaughter, who is 2 years old. She got her first scooter, and you'll see her riding it. Of course, my wife is doing most of the work for her, but very cute and fun to watch. I think this right here, you look at these trailers and you go, well, what is that? I think that's migrant housing for the farm workers here. Yes. Yeah, that's migrant housing. Pretty nice. He keeps it nice and landscaped and very nicely kept. And I don't think they live there year round. I think that's seasonal. Yeah, let's see how it climbs the viaduct. I'm doing 37. 34. All right, well, there we go, guys. We are back. Back to the hood. So about 15 miles. And she's got 56.6. Yeah, all we're doing is riding, man. Not careful right there, man. You go right over that little cable. yeah, so Tif Galop, thank you for the scooter. I hope you're happy with the results we're getting, and I hope that you reward the people that buy them using my code. And with anything that goes wrong, continue your great customer service. You've been a great company to do business with, and I appreciate it. And there we go. All right, guys, what a ride. That is a fun, fabulous ride. All right, guys, there it is, the Tif Galop K8. Bad scooter right there. Oh, and let me check for my guy. No heat whatsoever. The tire's hotter than the motor, and it's not even hot.
On that path like Papa did?
You gonna do the path, Clark?
We're gonna try.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to do the path. Here
Do
we
the
go.
path, Clark. Woo!
Here we go. Woo! Turn, 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 turn. Whoop! We're off the path. Going back.
Just
on the
like
path.
Grandpa.
Woo! 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 Yay! Let's go on this line. Woo! Look at Clarky on the line.
You're so cute.
Yeah.
Hey, Clark. Yeah.
Can you wave? Hi.
Don't wave on a scooter. You concentrate on riding the scooter.